Now, I have no idea how you found this page or how you even got here, but consider yourself lucky because in the next few minutes, you're going to discover a powerful system that can generate massive income from simply betting on sports. And no, you don't need to know a darn thing about sports or betting. In fact, you don't even need to like sports, follow sports, or even understand sports. And it doesn't matter if you've never placed a bet before in your life. As long as you can multiply and have some spare change in your pocket to get started, then you've got what it takes to start cashing in on this breakthrough method. Imagine a dummy-proof blueprint that can pick out the winning bets for you in sports before the games ever take place. You'll be looking up a few pieces of stats that are readily available online each day before the games are played. Then apply them into the Demolisher betting system, and as soon as a team falls into betting criteria, all you'll need to do is just simply bet on that team to win. That's it. Now go grab your favorite cocktail, kick back on that easy chair, and watch as the potential winnings come flooding in. All in the comfort of your own home. Hi, my name is Tony Chow, and if you give me the next few minutes of your time, I'll reveal to you a revolutionary betting method that turned a $1,000 bankroll into over $466,954.18 of pure profits over the years. And this is all documented, and numbers don't lie. Now, the historical results have been tested and fully recorded across 3 different decades. And that's all the way back from the day when betting records first began to be tracked. Every single bet and result are all real, documented, and proven. Now, this little-known method can have you rake in massive profits from betting on baseball, while investing no more than just a few minutes a day, looking up some stats, and throwing your bet out there. Now, this method is proven and it works unrelentlessly. This thing has worked like clockwork since as far back as I could possibly go back in time to test it. Still skeptical? Well, hey, I don't blame you. Truth is, it's hard to know who to trust these days, especially in a world full of shady sports handicappers who would sell their own grandma to make a quick buck. You know the type, the sleazy snake oil salesmen that make big empty promises and fail to deliver. They drive me nuts. I hate their guts. And if you're fed up with all the sleazy hype and the BS, understand that you're not alone. So look, if you're going to trust anyone, especially when your hard-earned money is on the line, then make sure to put your trust in someone who is established and proven. Now, under my command is the greatest collection of testimonials assembled from my countless thousands of devoted system followers, and they're all singing praises to my name because my systems work. Now, they're people just like you whose lives have been changed forever because they started following my betting system. Take Gary, for example. So Gary is a customer of mine who wagered along with my betting system. Now, his life and financial well-being, as he tells a fascinating story, have been changed forever ever since he jumped on board. Now look, because of the success that he's achieved with me, he has literally pleaded to ink a tattoo of my name on his body forever. Now, he wants to do this as his gratitude after seeing just how much money my system has made him over the years. And as proof, let me just show you the email that he sent me. So right there, this is the email that he sent me. And you'll notice I underlined some spots in red. At the top, it says, hey, I'm looking to extend my tattoos, and I'm wanting to include your name in Asian writing and also the word handicapper next to it. And then underneath that, you'll see, your system makes me more money than I could have imagined. Tony, if you could just write your name and next to it put SBC handicapper in Asian letters, let me know. I'm going to get a tattoo of that, and I'll send you a picture of it. You see that? So yes, this is a true story. Now, Gary is just one among countless thousands of my customers who have flooded my mailbox with videos, letters, voice messages, and emails detailing how my betting system have worked for them and how much money I've made them over the years. So take a look at the masses of testimonials from my customers. Look at their real life experiences with me after using my betting system. Look at how much money they're getting, what kind of results they're they're getting. As you guys can see, this list just goes on and on and on. I've got thousands of testimonials just like this. Now, as a matter of fact, the success of one of my last betting systems was so widespread that it actually ran a major online sportsbook named BetJoint. It ran them out of business. Now, check out this letter from the CEO and founder of the online sportsbook BetJoint.com. You'll notice this is an actual letter that I got from the CEO of BetJoint. His name is Mark Roberts. He says that he's been in the sports wagering business for over 35 years, and about a year ago, he noticed that a group of his customers were consistently winning over and over again, and that led to his decision to shut down the doors for BetJoint. But he says, hey, no hard feelings, because now I actually signed up for your system. I'm a customer now, and I've been making a lot more money with a lot less work, right? So he confessed it all after his business shut down. He said that because of my customers who kept on winning from his sportsbook tens of thousands of dollars because they're betting with my system week after week, that led to him shutting down BetJoint. So you see, the difference between me and all these shysters out there on the internet who just talk a big game but they can't even pick their own noses, the difference is that my history, brand, and reputation are fully established. All right, I have under my command countless glowing testimonials from people all across the globe. These are people attesting to how well my betting system has worked for them again and again. So now I want to make you my next success story. Now the good news is that this is not like anything you've ever seen before. This is entirely different. I've got undeniable proof, fully documented results, tested to the breaking point across 3 different decades. Now every single bet and result have been painstakingly documented. And you'll have access to all of the documented records as soon as you jump aboard. So right now you might be wondering and asking yourself, who exactly am I and why should you listen to me? Well, like I mentioned earlier, my name is Tony Chow, and life wasn't always easy for me. I wasn't always driving fast exotic cars and living a life of luxury. No. In fact, I grew up in absolute poverty in the slums of Vietnam, and as you guys can see, that was a picture of me as a kid. And we weren't just poor, we were dirt poor. Think you got it bad? For me, it was a luxury to even have access to running water or electricity. Now, the fact that you have a device to access my website right now means that you're probably in a far better place than I was. Now, growing up, times were tough, but growing up in poverty taught me a few valuable lessons. First, it taught me to appreciate everything I had. And second, it lit a fire under me to turn around my fortune. I knew that I didn't want to live the rest of my life in a torn apart, broken down shack. And I knew that I was destined for more in life, but I wasn't quite sure what. But I knew that there was something bigger for me out there, and I just wasn't quite sure what it was. Now, from a young age, math was my drug. Math was my escape. Math was my way out, if you will. Now, as far back as I can remember, I was obsessed with it. Call me weird, but there was just something about math and statistics that just fascinated me. Now, while everybody else was busy chasing girls or playing ball, I stayed inside crunching numbers. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. I was a nerd, and I'll be the first to admit it. Yes, I was a nerd. I sported thick glasses like there was no tomorrow, and I got picked on all through school. So there's another picture of me on the right. As you can see, I'm rocking thick glasses. So yeah, I got picked on. I was an easy target for the bullies. Do I regret it? Do I regret being a nerd and falling in love with math? Heck no, not a chance. Because that little obsession with math paid off for me big time. So by 7th grade, I had actually created one of the world's longest math word problems. And that math problem was featured on TV, and the Guinness Book of World Records came calling. As you guys can see, that's a picture of me right there with that math problem. The thing was almost 1,000 pages long, so it was huge. Now, by 8th grade, I had made several more major math discoveries. Now, the most significant of which became known as the universal rules of divisibility for all known integers. Now, deep down inside, I knew that there was something big coming my way. I knew that if I just stuck with math that it would all pay off for me. And boy, did it ever. So take a look at how I spent just one of my days. So let me show you how it goes down. First, I wake up, and I wake up whenever I want to. Then I roll out of bed and I use my betting system to see what team is going to win the next big game. Then I simply put down a bet at the sports book. And as you guys can see, that's just one of the bets that I made, right? Then I basically laugh as my team crushes its opponent. So then I decide which one of my cars I feel like driving for the day, and yes, these are my cars right down below in my driveway. No, these were not rentals. I own and fully paid off every single one of those cars with cash. All right. Then what I do is as I'm driving, I'll wave at all the fine ladies that are staring as I pull into my favorite sports book. I walk in and cash out $21,997.80 in cold hard cash. And again, that's just one of my bets. You guys are looking at real proof here. So let me just show you guys more proof to show you that I do this over and over again and that this system works unrelentlessly. And you'll notice that these bets were only made one day apart. So that first bet, you'll notice I made $21,497. You'll notice I made $19,521. And the one on the right, you'll notice the game was the Cubs versus the Cardinals. And look at that. That thing paid me $15,712. And again, these bets were made just one day apart. So in a matter of 3 days, I made over $50,000. So imagine, what would that kind of money do for you? I barely did anything besides just look at some stats and throw my wager out there. And I did this all in a span of just 5 minutes. And I banked in crushing profits while still lounging at home in my undies. Now, anyone can talk the talk, but I've walked the walk. All right. And countless of my loyal system followers are still betting along with me to this day because what I do works. So my grand release of the Demolisher Betting System is the latest mechanical formula you need to potentially bank in runaway profits. So I'm showing you this so you guys can see that I'm the real deal. You can see that I used to live in the slums of Vietnam to living large. I'm not showing you all this to brag or to stroke my ego or to tell you guys how cool I am. No, quite frankly, I could care less about having the spotlight. If I could have it my way, I'd rather remain nameless while helping people across the globe conquer the sportsbook at their own game. But I'm showing you this glimpse into my way of life so that way you can be confident that I'm the real deal and that my story is as true as it is inspiring. So I've helped countless people around the world make devastating profits from sports betting. And now it's your turn. So you might be asking yourself, why sports betting? Right? Well, here's why. Because sports betting is one of the few forms of gambling where you can actually get the unfair advantage and stack the chips in your favor. Now, let's be realistic here. You can't always expect to cash in on each and every single bet forever without fail. In sports betting, you'll always need to be prepared for the prospect of also losing on some of your bets. Sports, after all, can't always be 100% predictable. Right? But that's actually a good thing because likewise, the sports books can't ever guarantee their profits on you. You see, sporting events bring in countless factors that a sharp bettor can actually take advantage of and gain a winning edge over the house by making smart wagers that are historically proven. Now, with the right system, you can instantly gain that winning edge over the sportsbook. It's the same reason why the casinos would prefer you to spin that roulette wheel, or why they would prefer you to pull on the slot machine instead of throwing a wager at their sportsbook. Because with the slots, for example, the house has the upper hand. When it comes to slot machines, they get to call the shots, and they've set up the slot machines to always take in more than they pay out. So that way the house always wins. So no matter how much you're up or you're down, it's only a matter of time before you go broke on the slot machines. So they make sure to stack things in their favor and give the house the advantage when it comes to that. But as for the sports books, not so fast. They can't control the outcome of an athletic competition. So this makes them completely vulnerable to a smart bettor like you who knows how to exploit the system. So let me ask you a question. What if there existed a simple formula to make consistent winning bets on sports again and again? And what if it was so powerful, yet so idiot-proof that anyone could follow the formula and rake in massive cash windfalls from sport games? And what if it only took just a few minutes a day to do? And what if the system required no knowledge about sports, betting, or even interest in either subject? In fact, you could hate sports and despise betting and still make lots of money with it. It doesn't matter. All that you need is a desire to make money doing what may possibly be the world's easiest job. Introducing the Demolisher Baseball Betting System. The Demolisher Baseball Betting System is the groundbreaking new system that is taking the betting industry by storm. Now, this system has been tested to the breaking point and back. The results speak for themselves across 3 different decades and tens of thousands of games. Now, this system has worked again and again. Now, all of the historical results of the system dating back to the 1990s from when betting odds first began to be tracked, all of this will be fully and readily available to you, so that way you can have complete disclosure of the system's day-to-day performance before ever placing a single wager, right? With the Demolisher Baseball Betting System, you'll arm yourself with what may be the most powerful betting system ever. Now, it only takes a few minutes a day to use this revolutionary Demolisher system that has historically won at record margins. It has turned a simple $1,000 bankroll into hundreds of thousands of dollars over the years. Now, these records are the real McCoy, and they're 100% verifiable. And they're also immediately available to you as soon as you join. Every day, every bet, every result is made available to you. Now, you might be asking right now, how does it work? So with the Demolisher system, you'll be betting on Major League Baseball. And you'll discover a powerful method that will allow you to pick winning bets in baseball with unbelievable historical accuracy. So each day, you'll look up some key pieces of stats that you can quickly find on the internet in no more than 5 minutes. This is easy. So using this, you'll be able to see if any teams fall into the betting criteria called for by the Demolisher system. If so, all you have to do is make a simple bet on them that they'll win, and that's it. That's all there is to it. You can call it a day. You can go relax, kick back, and grab yourself a beer. Yes, it really is that simple. I've taken all the guesswork out of it by putting the Demolisher system through a grueling test across 3 different decades. Other betting systems out there might only work for a few days or a few months before they crumble and bust your bankroll. And if you blindly follow any of those unproven systems, you'll get sent straight to the cleaners. Occasionally, even a terrible betting system out there may even get a lucky break or catch a few wins in order to falsely inflate your confidence. But at the end result, it's all the same. It goes down in flames and the house eventually wins and you lose your money. So don't make that mistake. Don't put your hard-earned money down on luck or by going with any of these other systems. If you want to rake in serious income, then go with something that is proven and time-tested and that works again and again. And that's exactly why I took things to the next level by going back decades and really putting this puppy to the test. So I went as far back as when the betting records first started to get tracked. And I tested the Demolisher system again and again over years of data across tens of thousands of games to as far back as I could possibly go. And guess what? It always came out on top. Why? Because it's based on an advanced systematic formula that works unrelentlessly. And this is completely different than anything you've ever seen before. There's no chasing or betting series involved. Each bet is completely independent, and you'll never need to increase the size of your betting stakes to recoup any kind of past losses. All bets are straight bets made on the money line with the odds historically in your favor. On average, you'll be risking about $110 for every $100 you want to win. It's that simple. Just use the system to find the winning team, bet on them, and that's it. No need to ever bet on a run line. With this system, there's lowered risk and bigger potential earnings. And what's really great about this is that you can get started with a really small bankroll, then multiply it progressively and turn it into the envy of the town. So using this system, I was able to turn a simple $1,000 bankroll into a final balance of $476,954.18 over the years through paper wagers using standard size stakes. And using the most conservative money management strategy, I was able to turn $1,000 into $193,653.78. And check this one out. Using the most aggressive money management strategy, well, I was able to take a $1,000 bankroll and turn that into a record final balance of $791,790.99. So as you guys can see, the results speak for themselves. So as soon as you access the Demolisher system, you'll gain instant access to all of the day-to-day records dating all the way back, so that way you can see for yourself firsthand just how accurate this system really is, and confirm all of the winning figures yourself before you ever place a single wager with this system. And though past results can't guarantee future performance, it can be an incredibly powerful indication. Now you'll be astonished when you see the numbers yourself and witness firsthand the Demolisher system working over and over again, not just for years, but for decades. The numbers don't lie. So here's what you're going to get when you secure the Demolisher betting system. You'll be getting my most powerful Major League Baseball betting system ever created, and this is the Demolisher Baseball Betting System. You'll get the brand new Demolisher Bankroll Management System, and this will never leave you broke, and this has the ability to turn a small bankroll into record paydays. You'll never have to chase your bets or commit to any series betting. You'll get to simply do straight bets on teams to win the game. You'll never have to buy points, bet on the run line, commit to a betting series, or increase the size of your stakes to recoup any past losses. So I told you guys this is completely different than anything else you've seen before. You'll get an eye-opening, powerful formula to potentially rake in avalanches of winnings from straight wagers. Not only that, you'll also get unlimited one-on-one personal support. So I'll be here to help you out every step of the way if you ever get stuck or got any questions. And you don't need any betting experience at all. You don't need any sports knowledge. And you don't even need any interest in sports or even need to care about baseball. So even if you can't stand baseball, it doesn't matter. And you don't even need to be good at math. So as long as you can add, subtract, and multiply, you've got what it takes to crush it with this system. And it doesn't matter where you live. This system works everywhere. And this method is 100% legal and ethical, and it takes only a few minutes a day to do. Not only that, there's absolutely no risk here. I've removed all the risk. This system is also backed by my 60-day ironclad, no ifs, ands, or buts, sales not final until you're fully convinced refund guarantee. And what that means is that you've got up to 60 days to take the Demolisher betting system for a test drive. So take it out for a spin. See how well this system works for you. And if for any reason, you're not blown away by the results, let me know and I'll be more than happy to give you a full refund, no questions asked. As an added bonus, I'm even going to throw in my original betting system that has a real world value of $200. Now this is the same sports betting system that swept the industry by storm and ran a major sports book out of business. Now I've closed the doors on this system and you can't even get access to it right now. But just as an added bonus, I'm going to throw this in. Now this right here is one of my best selling sports betting systems of all time. Now this system included the world famous NBA and MLB system, which historically won about 97% of the time. The way that it works is you'll be betting based on a 3-game series. And this is where you'll wager that a team will win at least one time out of those 3 games. And the system does all the hard work for you by calculating which time there will be an exceptional chance of that specific team covering at least one time out of 3 tries. Now, it worked 97% of the time and has already helped countless people around the globe generate heart-throbbing income from sports betting. Now, not only that, as an added bonus, I'll also do all the hard work and email you with the picks from the system for life. So I'll be handing you my personal picks. So you don't even need to spend any of your time figuring it out yourself. I'll do all the work for you. So it really doesn't get any easier than that, you guys. So right now you might be wondering, how much is it? Well, this is a system that has historically turned a $1,000 bankroll into hundreds of thousands in deafening profits. And it's done this over the years through straight wagers. In an aggressive money management strategy, this system turned $1,000 into nearly $800,000 in hair-raising profits. So before you start guessing about how much the Demolisher betting system will cost you, I want you to first think about how much the Demolisher betting system can make you. After all, can you really put a price tag on an investment that has the potential to money pile streams of heart-pumping winnings into your pocket for no more than just minutes a day? Now, it could be silly to even start putting a price tag on this baby. But if you could get it for $5,000, that sounds like an absolute steal, right? But guess what? You're not going to have to pay $5,000 for this, or even $1,000, or even $500. No. In fact, you're not even going to have to pay half of that. So if you take action right now, you can secure your VIP access to the full Demolisher betting system, plus all the bonuses that I mentioned earlier. So you can get all this for a one-time investment of just $200. Yes, you heard me right. You can get everything I mentioned earlier, the full Demolisher system, the full bonus betting system, and my personal picks sent to you every single day. You can get all that for the low price of just $200. There are no more excuses. So don't ask yourself if you can afford the Demolisher system. Ask yourself if you can afford not to. And I've removed all the risk here and am making this a complete no-brainer by backing this with an ironclad 60-day guarantee. So you got a full 60 days to go through the Demolisher betting system. And if for any reason you're not happy with it, let me know and I'll be happy to give you a full refund, no questions asked. So go ahead, click the button below to claim your copy of the Demolisher betting system now. So all you got to do is scroll down, click that button at the bottom to claim your copy of the Demolisher betting system right now. So go ahead, click that button, take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I will see you on the other side.